Good morning, brothers and sisters, and good morning, my friends. This morning we are going to talk about Mystery of the Human Eye, Part 3. In this talk, I need to tell you the strategies of reclaiming our eyes. In usual routine living, till we don't decide the mission, what is the goal of our life, the mission of our existence, then we just live in a routine, a pattern, which is very static because we are not aware. And we just go through the motions of life. But that's not really living. We don't live. We just go through the act of living only. Because we are not aware what we are doing. Because we have no goal. Because we have no mission to our existence on earth. And to reclaim our eyes, what I mean, that in this routine, till we don't have this, till we don't decide the mission of our life, the mission of our existence on planet Earth, it's not just only making money and becoming some big rich man or a big famous man. It's more than that. The mission of existence is more revolutionary and evolutionary both. And it must be decided by the person what really I want out of my existence, who I am, why I am here, and what I could contribute, not only stopping there like many seers and saints. They just stop there just to know who I am, why I am here. But that's not the end. We must know and decide what is the end product. And that end product is, what's my contribution? What could I contribute through my existence to the welfare of everybody? And good of everyone, and good of myself. My good is definitely in the evolution of my eternal consciousness. Through witnessing on earth. So how we witness? The eyes are the instrument of being the witness to the creation around. To reclaim the eyes means in the routine, we are not aware, we have no mission, we have no goal of our existence. And that way, our eyes are just wandering around. And we just get in, taking so much content, unnecessary content, that we are clogged like a water pipe. Our brain is totally clogged with the content, useless content. So we have to decide what we want to be and what is our contribution to the universal welfare. As we know, the human eyes do the job of seeing or being the witness to the outside material world. And these are 3 steps, very well defined in the dictionaries. We see something, we look at something, and we gauge into something. Now these are the threefold process of looking at something or knowing something or being witness to. So when we see things, we are in the routine. We are not doing any creative work, and we are just collecting unnecessary content, and which will clog our minds. Because seeing is just like sightseeing. People go to travel and they say, well, according to my itinerary, this is my sightseeing. But even the sightseeing must be having some kind of your choice. What do you want to see? Not just anything. But the first is seeing. Then if something corresponds with our mission, with our goal, then we look at it. We look at it closely. And if it is very important for the mission of our existence, then we gauge into. Like Lord Buddha said, if we can just gauge into one flower, we will understand the mystery of life. That's the power of gazing into. But that is when we gaze into, we are gazing into one object, not whole world. When we're looking at something, we are looking at, again, a panorama or a view which is composed of many objects but specific. But when we are seeing, good Lord, we just collect all the content. So we have to decide the mission of our life, the mission of our existence, and that will decide what we are going to do with our eyes. My dear friends, I would like to tell you one example, which is very contemporary. And it happens all the time here in India. And also, I think, it shows the mindset. And here is one guy, one man, supposed to be the upper caste, who has the burden of precognitive commitments of being chosen one, being the best and the good one in the society. So he's carrying that baggage. His mind is clogged and blocked with those precognitive commitments. And he's not aware what he's doing. So he opens his eyes, and the eyes are like the camera. And they take the photograph of something, some object you look at, or you see. And then you see somebody, poor, broken man, and he starts saying to himself, oh, he looks like this, he looks like maybe lower caste, and he looks like, not fair skin, not the great person, not the good one. Maybe he's a thief, maybe he's just a fraud or cheat or this and that. You know what he has done? He has committed a cosmic crime just by looking at him. What right do I have to say that somebody is a thief or I'm talking to myself? So this is a process. When we look at something, our mind will interpret it. Will start telling us the interpretation. And it will go on. If we don't stop and check our mind. Now there is another person. And he's a tourist. And I'm going to say this, that East and West idea here. And this Western tourist, he looks at the same guy and say, well, he looks like this, and he looks poor and looks like a pauper, and he's in terrible condition. And he may be this and that. But then he says, yeah, he looks like that, this is what I see. but this is none of my business. And I mind my business. This guy has stopped. He's not committing any more crime. And this great guy, the learned guy, the upper caste, so clogged with the PCC, the precognitive commitments, the great social evil, what we learn from our parents, because they carry the baggage of thousands of years without even thinking. They just carry and then pass it on to the children. So this guy is committing a continuous crime, cosmic crime, whereas this person stops because he knows he has a mission and he's out for, traveling around and trying to see the things which he came to the country as a tourist. So he says, it's none of my business, and I mind my business. So he stops his eyes. That's the way it is. We must have the mission of existence. And that mission of existence will tell us how to reclaim our eyes. And it doesn't stop who I am, why I am here, but it goes further to the stage where I ask myself, what contribution? How could I contribute to the universal welfare? That's the point. The time when we decide our work here of existence, then we will be more aware, we will be more awakened to our existence of every moment, and then our mind is a great friend and will tell us that please you can try this way, and if not, it doesn't work this way, then try to do and contribute to the universal welfare this way maybe. So we have to reclaim our eyes from PCCs, the precognitive commitments and the baggage of the past mistakes of the society, the social evils. And that we could do only if we decide the mission of existence. And that's very important. Otherwise our mind will go on wandering around and bringing in so much content which will clog our brains, and we will always be condemned to have wrong ideas and bad karma of thought, word and deed, and creating subtle violence. When I look at somebody and I say, well, he looks like a thief and he looks like this and that, and he's a low caste or high caste, what right do I have? That's the subtle violence. And through that subtle violence, I'm draining my cosmic account. Like every moment, we are putting in something in our cosmic account and we are taking out something. With a good karma, we put in the credit, and with a bad karma, we debit. So a whole day, because my eyes work like a camera and they tell me the sight, and my mind interprets it, interpretations, unnecessary interpretations, evil interpretations, and subtle violence. That subtle violence is also very detrimental. So we have to be very careful and we must reclaim our eyes. Tomorrow, in part 4, we are going to talk about what we could do really, how we could have a planetary work through our eyes, through subtle activism. And believe me, it's a mystery, and we could really change the world if we all join our hands together, our hearts together, and our heads together, with one resolve that we are going to be the change in this world, and we are the example of that change. Thank you very much, and have a very, very beautiful morning, my brothers and sisters and my friends. Thank you very much for your patience.